It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business, 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers, past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors, director at the Illinois Association of Realtors, and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
And welcome to Get Real with Eddie. Here in studio, of course, is myself, Eddie Ruettiger, from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner, with my cohort in trouble, Nancy Valley. Nancy, how are you doing today?
I am great. How are you?
I am doing good. I am doing good. Yeah.
Good.
So, want to talk some real estate. How's that sound?
I think that's.
Because we discussed. Unless you want to do the season finale of Mandalorian.
No.
Because we kind of hit on it. It was.
Don't do it.
But it was
I didn't watch it yet. Don't do it.
Oh my God, you were so behind.
I was behind. I have catching up to do.
A lot of catching up to do.
I know, but I just got back from a few days of vacay, and so this week.
You've been back a week now.
Oh, but I had a lot going on.
All right, that's fine. We'll wait.
I'm a busy girl.
This is true. This is true. I gotta move my mic. It's not in the right. There we go.
All right.
All right. So, want to sell your house this spring? Price it right.
Yes.
Pretty easy.
It's huge.
Pretty
Pricing
easy.
is huge.
While it's still a seller's market, homes that are priced right are selling, and they're getting most attention from buyers right now. Realtor.com explains move-in ready homes with curb appeal and in desirable areas and that are priced to sell, a lot of ands there, are especially likely to move quickly this spring.
Yes. So have reasonable expectations. Really discuss it with your listing, whoever's going to be listing your property.
Make sure you have an apples to apples. It's
yes.
that's it. So if you have
look at comps.
If you have a 3-bedroom ranch house that was built in 1972, all right, with a full basement and a 2-car garage, you're looking at a 3-bedroom ranch house trying to build somewhere within 5 to 10 years if possible. Now, sometimes you might need to go more. All right, with a full basement and a 2-car garage. You want an apple-to-apple comparison.
Yes, in a reasonably close area.
Within 1 mile, hopefully within the neighborhood.
Yeah, if you can get it in the neighborhood, great. But hey, we all understand there's not been a lot listed.
And time frame, if you can get it within the last 6 months.
Yes.
12 months is acceptable, but you really want last 6.
And it'd be optimal, but 6 to a year. Yes.
Yes. And if not, if that doesn't fit what we're describing, your agent should be giving you the reasons and the rationale of why they're using what comp and for what reason.
Yes.
You don't get to pick a price out of the air because we get back into, and this is the whole concept of it, it's rule of substitution.
Yes.
If there is a ranch that is on your street that is exactly like yours, and it's listed for $20,000 less, guess who's going to sell?
Yeah.
Not you.
If it's a reasonable equivalent.
Yes. Now, if that house is dated and it needs an updated kitchen and you have an updated kitchen, and it needs updated bathroom and you have an updated bathroom, and it needs, a new flooring and you have the new flooring, then yes, you can make the justification of being $20,000 higher or even more.
Right. But that's the discussion with your agent you need to have.
Need to make sure you're priced as accurately as possible. You're going to attract the most buyers. You're going to get a higher sales price because of that, and it's going to sell faster. If you overprice, you're going to sit on the market longer. Price drops can send the wrong message to buyers and prices out the potential actual buyer. So your buyer, let's say, is a $300,000 buyer, but no, you decide I want $315,000. Your actual buyer never sees the house. And everything that's out there at 315 looks way better than what you have.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's the date that lost 10 pounds, got the haircut.
Well, even if it's a really nice house, and I've been kind of keeping an eye on this one house that I noticed went on market, and it was listed approximately 25% over the highest that's sold in that neighborhood. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
I mean, this house is gorgeous.
Okay.
I mean,
But 25% over the highest
but
comp.
not 25%, and that subdivision just won't get those kind of numbers. And guess what? House is sitting, even though it's beautiful.
Well, and that's the thing. It's beautiful, but it goes to location, location, location.
Exactly.
And if I'm paying that 25% more, that 25% more, now you need to look at it. And we've had this conversation when you're putting a listing in. Sometimes you stop looking at it from a listing point of view, and you look at it from a buyer's point of view. And here's your house, and your house is listed at $400,000, and guess what? Everything in the market's selling for $325,000 in that neighborhood, but you're at $400,000. Now I look at because very seldom do you see a buyer going, I want to be in that neighborhood. That is where, so it's a controlled situation where, yep, the comp's in this and that. No, most buyers want to be within a school district. Most buyers want to be in a town.
Right.
Or towns or school districts. They're usually looking at a 12-mile radius.
Mm-hmm. And quality of build. So even though this house is just beautiful,
Yes.
it can be incorrectly priced.
Yes. Because for what I can get for that $400,000 hypothetical number we're using, for yours, I'm getting a lot more for that same price elsewhere.
And hence the reason why it's sitting.
Yep.
Even though it's a gorgeous house. So you really have to be careful with pricing.
Now, here's the other trend I'm seeing, and this is, I think, a bigger issue.
Okay.
The underpricing. Now, I don't know if it's underpricing or agents misreading the market, because there's a lot that think the market, the sky is falling, chicken and the egg, they're freaking out.
I think the comps for a little while there, for a couple of months, were weird. So I think they're looking, rather than pricing for what's going on right now, I think they're pricing for what was going on.
Possibly. It's possible. But underpricing, loses value, decreases future buying power, and deters your skeptical buyers. Why is it priced so low?
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? And the other aspect is, I do see this trend where I see it being priced low to get multiple offers and prices over list.
Yeah.
Because and there are some sites that are tracking that. I sold the house I average 99%, 100%, 102% of list price. I don't like that tracking data.
No, because it doesn't tell you
No.
the whole story.
Just because an agent's getting that, okay, are they underpricing their property? You have to be, honestly, a good agent should be getting 99%, anywhere from 95 to 100% of list price, depending on the market. They should be right there in that market. So you can't just go by that. You got to look at what the market data is versus what that agent's getting, and that's how you would make whether the agent's doing better than the market or not in that one data point.
Yeah.
But I am seeing that trend of, okay, underpricing.
And sometimes there are reasons why you want to price just a little bit on the low end of market value. Like if you have to move at a certain, you have to move.
Yeah, and that makes sense. That gets into, disparities and personal issues and things like that. Right. It could be a divorce situation. It could be, an estate sale. Exactly. Those scenarios. There's a seller motivation that is very, very unique. I have to move out of state, and I have to be out of state for my job, and I got 30 days.
Yeah, you're going to price.
You're going to price it to move.
Right. If it's an estate sale and the family needs to sell the home and there's a lot going on.
A lot of times estate sales, I think, are priced under market.
Yes.
For two reasons. A lot of times they're dated homes because they haven't been updated.
Yes.
We know that. But B, the family wants closure.
Yes, they want to be done.
They want to be done with the estate, and they want to start trying to heal and move on the loss.
Right.
And I completely get that.
And they go as is.
Yes.
And they keep that in mind, that they're going as is, that they want to just be done.
Yeah.
Yes.
It makes a big difference.
Definitely.
So, home buyer activity shows signs of warming up for the spring. I'm getting busier and busier. How about you?
I've been busy.
You were busy. I was covering for you. You were busy when you were out of town.
Yeah.
So it's just been a balancing act. Buyers last year, let's see. The spring season appears to be warming up in the housing as more and more buyers enter the market. And after rising mortgage rates sidelined some buyers last year, that's a good sign for sellers. Realtor.com has the latest. Spring is officially here, and like green shoots emerging from the bleak winter. That's some good writing.
Yeah, that's that chat.
Some chat GPT. No, I think this was actually written.
Oh.
I don't know who wrote it. It just says Realtor.com. New data suggests that more buyers are back in the market, although subdued compared to a year ago. So is it new buyers are back in the market, or we got buyers that were in the market that were unsuccessful back in the market?
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yeah. So
how much is that a fresh? How much of that is fresh meat, and how much of it is
We know buyer activity is.
Take a break. We're back.
We know buyer activity is trending up because mortgage purchase application data. What does Investopia have on this?
They say a mortgage application is a document submitted to a lender when you apply for a mortgage to purchase real estate.
I really thought they were going to give us a data quote, like we've seen a 6% increase. Let's see what we got. All right, what do we got? I think that's MBA.
Deputy Chief Economist at Mortgage Bankers Association explains application activity started ramping up. Excuse me. Yes, I know. I'm still
sick.
Still sick. I've got to go to the doctor. Anyway.
Seriously.
I know. Application activity increased as mortgage rates declined. Recent increases, along with data from other sources showing an uptick in home sales, is a welcome development.
So, all right. So they got mortgage application index. Let's open this up a little bit so Nancy can read it.
Thank you.
So I can read it, actually.
Yeah, well, you're soon to be old. So. Dirt.
Mortgage application index. All right. I think that is, I don't know if that's the number of applications per month or what, but they got a 600. It peaked in February 2022. This only goes back to January 2022. The peak was February at 600 on the mortgage application index. And they also have the rate. So at that point, the rate was under 3.5 in January 2022. And then the rate started ticking up. As it started ticking up, the applications started falling off. We were in April of 2022, around April-ish, they crossed paths when the rate hit 4.5%, and the applications were at 400. And since then, now we are at a low under 200 in applications, while the rate was at almost 7%. It was just under 7% at that time. Meanwhile, you've seen them starting to tick back up over 200 as the rate has come back down to about 6.5.
Yeah, and you will see it because people, it makes a big difference. A point makes a whole lot of difference in your monthly payment.
Oh, absolutely. Huge difference in the monthly payment. So, Realtor.com tells us if homeowners are planning to sell in 2023, now is the time to get ready. Now's the time to get ready because I mean, we look at all the numbers and the data predictions for the next 5 years, 4 years out, counting because most of them are counted today this year. You're going to be 15% up in market value. Make the switch this year. If you're looking to move in the next 5 years, this is the best year to do it.
Yes. The first boat.
Yes.
Here it is.
So yeah, let's reset the deck. We have the first boat.
We have the first boat.
Right now is the first boat. Get on the first boat. Remember, you're buying the house, you're renting the rate. Rates are predicted to come down. Refinance that in 6 months.
Yeah, refi. When it gets down, refi. But your equity will continue to go up. Prices are going to continue to go up, and as that rate comes down, you'll see home prices go higher.
And this gets into
Quicker.
why the market's not crashing. All right. There's been a lot of shifts in the housing market recently. Mortgage rates rose dramatically last year, impacting many people's ability to buy. And after several years of rapid price appreciation, home prices finally peaked last summer. These changes led to a rise in headlines saying prices would end up crashing. They're not crashing.
No, they're not going to.
Chief economist at the National Association of Realtors does not expect that to change. Lawrence Yun, home prices will be steady in most parts of the country with a minor change in the national median home price. I think the prediction's 1.6 down. I think we end up about 2% up.
I was going to say, we're going to be up. We're not going to be down.
So, and I think that's nationally. I think nationally we're going to end up.
Oh, yeah.
So, according to Yoon, we simply don't have enough inventory. Will some markets see a price decline? Yes. But with the supply not being there, the repeat of a 30% decline is highly, highly unlikely. And that's the story of the market right now.
Yeah.
It's so going back to 2011. In 2011, we had 9.5 months supply of inventory. You can't even fathom that. You weren't in the business yet.
I was not in the business.
Yeah. You were not looking for listings. You were looking for buyers.
Yes.
You wanted a buyer. I want a buyer. I want a buyer. Buyer. You were hoping that people were calling you, I want to buy a house, not I want to sell a house. I mean, and it was a situation where it's like, okay, well, the neighbor went up at 250,000. The other one's listed right now at 240. I think you should come in and list your house at 225. Complete reverse.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it was crazy. The amount of tears I had because people never thought they would recover and come back out of it.
And here we are.
And here we are. Meanwhile, the inventory bottomed out in January of 2022, roughly, at just over 1.5 months of inventory. And we're going back down. We're probably just under 3 months. We're sitting, I think, 2.7 nationally. We're up to 3.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was close.
They're showing, yeah.
It was close.
It was close.
It was close. So can I use this? Does that work?
I don't even see 3
Yeah.
3 months inventory around here.
No, around here we're anywhere from 30 to 60 days, depending on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what we've been reading.
At 1.7.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we're at. Yeah, 1 to 2.
So lack of available homes on the market is putting upward pressure on prices. What does Bankrate puts it like?
Bankrate says this ongoing lack of inventory explains why many buyers still have little choice but to bid up prices. And it also indicates that the supply and demand equation simply won't allow a price crash in the near future. Pretty simple put. Simply put, yes. According to industry expert Rick Sharga, inventory isn't likely to rise significantly this year. I believe that we're likely to see low inventory continue to vex the housing market throughout 2023.
I think Rick's a new individual.
Yeah, I've never heard of Rick.
I've never heard of Rick either. I wonder
Rick
who
is.
Rick Sharga is, though.
Hey, Rick, who are you?
Let me see if I can find out quickly. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, because we've been on the air.
I agree with Rick.
I agree with Rick too, but we've been on founder and CEO of CJ Patrick Company. That's on LinkedIn.
Market intelligence. Ooh.
Join to follow. Oh, I gotta log in. Oh. We'll
Right.
have to join Rick's page later on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I think he's right.
Yeah.
You know, low inventory is vexing the housing market. It's this simple. When they wanted to kill demand by raising the interest rates, they also killed supply.
Yes.
Because you have a large group of people that have no mortgage, and the secondary group have a mortgage under 4%. So when you add that all together, it's like 90% of the people out there have a mortgage anywhere from 0 to 4% interest rate. I'm not selling my house and going to get a 7%.
Right.
They're not interested.
Unless they have extenuating circumstances.
That's it. Their personal circumstances is not compelling them to make that move right now. So, and then you add in, like with me and my wife's situation, my wife doesn't want to move because everything we like, they want like $15,000 in property taxes. My wife's like, I am not paying $15,000 in property taxes. Not when we're closer to the retirement age than we are to the partying age.
Wow, are you really?
Getting there.
Are you there?
We're getting there.
Are you there?
You know what next week's show is, right?
I know.
Next week's show, it's coming.
Oh.
Those that know me, folks, it's birthday month.
Oh, God.
Just saying.
Here we go, folks. 30 days of fun and adventure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, I just, the market's not crashing.
No.
If you need to sell your house, sell your house. If you don't sell it. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you should sell your house right now. That is, if it fits your needs.
Yeah. If it doesn't fit your needs, let's talk.
Yeah. Because we have 326 million people in this country. I think.
I have a lot. I'll go with that. That sounds like a good number.
All right. And there's only 5 million in transactional volume each year. We did this math last week, not last year.
Oh, we did Aurora last week.
Yeah, for Aurora. So let's just take the 326 million. We're going to use our average family size of 4. All right. So that gives us 81,500,000 households.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, 331.9 million. In the U.S.
So if you're looking at 2.5 million actual sales, 5 million because you get two sides, or is it 10 million because of two sides? I don't know. I got to look into that.
Say again.
Well, you got two sides of a transaction,
Yeah.
a buy and a sell. So they say, well, there's 5 million transactions every year.
But not all of them are buys and sells.
There's
Not
always
all of them are. Or what's the percentage of those transactions that are a dual transaction? Because you get your first-time buyers, you get your downsizers, you get your estate sales.
No. You're looking at, there's still always one buyer and one seller. You're looking at pyramid stuff.
I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
You're looking at that. You're looking at a little more in depth. So, speaking in depth, let's talk about Plainfield numbers.
Yeah, there was a rabbit hole we don't need to go down today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Median sales price, $410,000 in Plainfield. Now, the median sales price is down 1.2%. Meanwhile, the average sales price is $425,202. That's kind of nice for District 202.
Yeah.
0.8%. I wonder if they planned that. Percent of original list price received in Plainfield was 100.1%, down 3.4% from last year, but I think it was up from last month, honestly.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think we were under last month. That's an interesting thing to look at. Average market time, 60 days. Here's your hottest, probably one of the hottest towns in there, and your average market time, 60 days. Inventory, 119 units, up 30.8% from last year. We went from 91 to 119. So, no, it's not that dramatic of 30.8.
No.
I mean, honestly, we still need more inventory. So,
Because you got to figure, okay, let's say on average it's, what did we say, 3.7 offers?
2.7 offers.
2.7.
We're getting
Okay,
2.7
so
right now.
Let's say round it up, 3 offers per house. That means it's 2 people that are walking away empty-handed.
Yeah, you got 2.
For every house that goes under contract.
Yep.
A lot of people standing out in the cold.
Yeah. What do you think of the attached numbers?
Wow, is all I can say.
Go ahead and read those off.
Wow. New listings for March of 2023, 65. It's up 14% from 57 from last year. Under contract, 33. That is down 32.7%. There were 49 went under contract last year. Closed sales, 32, up 3.2%. Median sales price, $278,750, was up 7.3. Average sale price, $305,591, up 8.7%. Original percent of original price received, 97.3, is down 6.3%. Average time on market, 75. That is up 294.7%.
And that's new construction.
Yeah.
That's new construction
That's
skewing that data. Even the 60 days, looking at the 60-day market time, that's new construction skewing that data. I can tell you right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You'd have to take out new construction out of that and get your actual hard number. Here's an interesting thing I did pull up last month. So last month, they got on single family 99.9%. 99.9% of original ask price. This month they got, in March, that was February. In March they got 100.1. So they did get, that number did go back up month over month, what the asking price was. Yeah. So it's trending up, and that's the same with the attached. They got 95.7% in February. In March, they got 97%. So that went up dramatically. That went up almost 2 points.
And you gotta understand, average sale price is up 8.7%. So very interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely
Plainfield's a very aggressive market.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we get back from the break, what do you want to talk about?
You want to feel like a little home inspection action, or what do you want to talk about?
Let's do home inspection at the end. I want to talk about trying to buy a home, and just hanging in there, because I got a lot of clients that are just struggling.
Yes.
So
I got buyers.
Yeah.
So do you.
All right.
Okay.
Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
A premier real estate professional, Eddie Ruettiger of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. Hey, if you got questions on the market, give Nancy a call. Nancy, what's the best number to reach you at?
My number, 815-545-1162.
All right, so
Buyers.
Hang in there. It's coming. It's coming. People are starting to list. They're starting to break through. It's going to be a late season for us, I think. Especially if it's getting snow last Monday.
Yeah.
Then it sounds weird, but it always pushes people off. It really does.
Well, it gets disheartening. And buyers just in general, temper your expectations about what it's going to take, the amount of work it's going to take
Yeah.
to buy that home.
Yep.
Don't mean to put you off, but be realistic that you're going to, when you do make an offer, chances are very high that it's going to be multiple offers, that you're going to have to really work together with your agent to craft your offer to make it the best one and to make it stand out.
So I had sellers, we talked, during the Great Recession that were crying. I mean, because they were going through some emotional stuff. And I always would say, let's get through this. And in a year, you're going to be laughing about it. Trust me. In a year, you're going to be laughing about it. Right now, that's the same advice going on with buyers. Get through it. In a year, you're going to be laughing about it. The long-term benefits outweigh the short-term challenges. All right? So owning a home is going to grow your net worth. Freddie Mac puts it this way. Home ownership not only builds a sense of pride and accomplishment, but it also an important step toward achieving long-term financial stability.
Absolutely. Just keep your eye on the brass ring.
Yep.
Totally.
No.
Because it will pay off in the end.
And here's the thing. I saw, and I see these comments all the time, well, you're not really owning the house because you have to always pay taxes. So taxes, you're really renting it from the government. No, you're not. No, you're not. Taxes are just part of an asset class. All right? You got to pay taxes on your stocks. You got to pay taxes on everything. That's not true. That is just another thing that's out there to discourage home ownership, to encourage renting. Guess what? You're still paying those property taxes if you're renting. You're still paying somebody else's mortgage if you're renting. Yeah,
because you're covering their costs.
Yep. Mortgage rates have hovered around 6.5% for several months. Sam Cater, chief economist of Freddie Mac, notes that they've been coming down some recently, actually shot back up.
Yeah, they're leveling back.
Yeah. It's that they've been just going back and forth. Economic uncertainty continues to bring mortgage rates down over the last several weeks. Declining rates have brought borrowers back to the market. Lower mortgage rates improve your purchase price power when you buy. Hannah Jones, economic data analyst at Realtor.com, explains what.
As we move into the spring buying season, mortgage rates have ticked lower, a welcome sign of progress towards affordability.
And they're getting there. They're getting there. And you're going to see them come down again. Rate.
Up.
You're buying the house, you're renting the rate. Estimated prices are, as we've talked multiple times, has this up by 2027 by 15% roughly. That's nationally. I think locally we're going to be up 20.
Oh, yeah. Because they're showing this year being down 1.61%. Not here, not locally.
And I think nationally we're going to be up 1 to 2% nationally, actually. Yeah. I think that's wrong. Because these were numbers that were forecast December from fourth quarter. They still haven't put out their revised estimates for first quarter yet.
Yeah, and you will see a change. We'll definitely see.
I think you're going to see a change on that. Because I don't think we lost. I think they did say we lost like 1.7% in the first quarter, but we're also seeing the bottom. I think that those losses will be overtaken by the gains with the last 3 quarters.
Yeah, I think the bottom's long gone. Get in the boat.
So So rising prices in the coming years means two things. Waiting to buy a home could mean it'll become more expensive to do so. Buying now means the value of your home and your net worth will likely grow over time.
Yes.
Buy the house. Rent the rate. It makes the most sense.
Yeah. Run the numbers.
Yeah.
It truly does make sense.
So, all right.
All right.
Let's take a look.
A long comment?
Long Common, 16252 South Long Common Lane in Plainfield is another property in Creekside Crossing. This is a Matisse Elevation F. If those that don't know, the elevation is how the house looks on the front of it. So
It's lovely.
they have multiple different little looks, so that way everything doesn't look the same. So they'll have a model, and then they'll have 4 to 5 different elevations per that model, and that gives you your outside look. The property is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath ranch with a 3-car garage. This is listed for $551,900 in Creekside Crossing. It is a massive ranch. You are talking 2,365 square feet with 2,365 square foot basement.
Yeah. So if 2,365 square feet isn't enough for you, you can finish that basement.
Yes, you can finish the basement. So this is the Matisse model on lot 5115. You got questions, give me a call at 815-823-5478. All right, when we get back from the break, let's talk key advantages of investing in a home, and then you want to talk about some inspection stuff.
Yeah.
And let's go from there. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
You made a smart move to Get Real with Eddie, helping you make your next smart move into your next home.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. Hey, if you got questions, give me a call, 815-823-5478. Love to help you out with getting that ranch model over in Creekside Crossing or with anything else in the market, whether it's from Plainfield to Romeoville or down to Coal City. I am here to assist you in any way. Just go to yourdwellings.com to check out all the latest listings on the market as we have them coming live. Keep the key advantages of investing in a home. I think this is really, really important in today's market. Buying a home is a major way to build wealth. It's probably, for most people, their largest individual investment. And I say that because, yes, you have your stock portfolio, but you've got stocks here, you've got stocks there. They're mixed in.
Well, there aren't a lot of people that have stock. I mean, by and large,
Yeah,
a home is
the largest investment.
the largest
Yep.
investment.
And that's what it says here. So, according to the National Association of Realtors, home ownership is the largest source of wealth among families, with the median value of prime residents worth about 10 times the median value of their financial assets held by families. Housing wealth, home equity, or net worth gains are built up through price appreciation and by paying off mortgages. So, yeah, according to the data from First American, this holds true in different income levels. So if you're bringing in about $26,000 a year, the housing portion of your net worth is about 90% looking at this scale, and your net worth is probably about $103K. If you're making 26 to 46, probably 85% is your housing, and your net worth total on average is $140,000. If you're bringing in 46 to 74, you're probably at that point 80-20, 20% other investments.
Yeah.
Your net worth's about 190, income level, and your housing's probably about 80% of that 190. If you're making 74 to 127, your net worth is 261 on average. That still looks about 80%.
Yeah, that didn't make a huge move, but the numbers made the big move because you went from 190,000 in net worth to 261,000 in net worth.
And again, most of that is the house. On a percentage,
Okay.
80% of it is your house. And then if you're making 127,000 to 192,000, you're about 75, 25, maybe 70, 30.
Maybe.
So 30% other investments, and 70% is your house at 433,000 on an average net worth.
Yeah.
So
But again, people, that's where their wealth is in their home.
it is in the house. There's no doubt about it. It is completely in the house. So buying a home is just a major way to build wealth and gain financial stability. And don't forget, we know kids do better in school. People are more invested in communities. They do more with their communities. It is a bigger advantage of having when you have home ownership in your
Psychologically,
Yes.
just to be able to come home to your space.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. All right, you wanted to talk about home
Let's
inspections.
talk about home inspections.
All right, what is a home inspection? Let's start there.
Okay, a home inspection is an examination of the condition and safety of a piece of real estate, often conducted when the home is being sold. So the buyer hires someone to do that. A qualified home inspector will assess the heating and cooling system, water and sewage systems, other plumbing, electrical work, and look for any potential fire or safety hazards.
And that's from Investopia, their definition.
Yeah.
So, all right, so
It's an essential part of the buying process. You need to know what's
So-
going on with that home.
I'm going to play stupid.
Okay.
That means I get to come in and say, I hate this color of the room. They can paint it, right?
Yes, you can paint it.
No, I can make the seller paint the room?
Oh no, you cannot make.
Okay, you misunderstood my question
I
there.
misunderstood your question.
Yeah.
When I explain it, I kind of explain it as the nitpick law.
Yeah.
So you can only ask for repairs that have to do with health and safety,
Yes.
that are mechanical in nature, and
Yep.
have to do with the actual usage of the home. You can't ask for decor changes.
And inspection repairs got thrown out in 2021 with all the multiple bids and buying, but they're back. 95% of buyers are requesting home inspections because we had them not doing home inspections. 67% are asking for repairs as a result of the inspection. 95% of sellers are making some updates or repairs prior to the inspection. The average amount sellers spend on repairs prior to listing. This is amazing. This is
Wow.
amazing.
That I didn't expect.
14,163 is the average. There's some roofs going on there.
Yeah,
I'm-
there's got to be.
You've got some roofs that are skewing some numbers. There's no other way.
Yeah,
So,
so people understand what waiving an inspection or going as is, I never ever recommend, as I know you don't either, recommend
don't
to
waive. Don't waive.
do not waive an inspection. Always get your inspection and know what you're working with, which is different than as is.
They say there's that one time out of 100. Waiving an inspection is not one time out of 100. Waiving an inspection is one time out of 1,000. I have done it maybe 3 times in my career of 22 years.
Yeah, and that few $100s can save you thousands.
I have had investors that now have come to the conclusion you don't waive an inspection. They now understand. You don't waive inspections. So, yes, it can save you thousands. Because the investor's like, well, I'm going to gut it anyways. Why haven't you get it done so you know everything? That's why.
Yeah, you need to know about the
Yes.
property you are purchasing.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Yeah, it's definitely something you want to do. And again, like Nancy said, it's material defects, health and safety aspects. The furnace is working. It don't matter if it looks as old as Eddie does. What it matters is the furnace is working. There's no defects on the furnace. Guess what? You don't get to ask for a new furnace. The same with the water heater. Water heater may have a tag from 1999, but guess what? If it's working and there's no material defect to the water heater, the age of the unit does not matter. Have to keep that in mind. You don't get to re-ask for those things. You only get to ask for something that is defective.
Right.
So.
I did an inspection once that the sump pump wasn't working.
Yep.
You need a sump pump
You
to
need
work.
need a sump pump to work. So, all right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online, getrealwitheddie.com. 365 days a year, we've got stuff going on up there, 24/7. All the articles keep you up to date on your largest investment, your home. That's getrealwitheddie.com.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.